Yep.
I have been living in my raccoon
And your
snuggie.
record study, somehow I felt like you would, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, she will live with this. Except for the only thing I wasn't sure if you'd be able to put it over your head.
I've had help, but I can now, actually. A
Good.
lot better since the drains came out.
Mm-hmm.
Really, my only pain is that nerve pain that's on the right side. And it's worse when I lay down, but I think because my boobs come up when I lay down, it presses more on that nerve. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, like I'm just a little sore now. But I stayed downstairs with my dogs today and laid with them.
Oh, good.
I
Nobody
just
jumped
gotta
on you.
I just gotta watch Athena and Katana. Like I gotta watch my big
Mm.
girls. But
Yeah.
and then but yeah, like I feel a lot better. I got my hair blown out yesterday just so I could
Looks
hustle
beautiful.
and
Did you
clean
get a
it.
laser yet?
No, it's
I can't
tomorrow.
see you. It's so dark. Like it's yeah, there we go. Now we can
No,
see you.
it's tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, your face is it's shiny, but
No, it's because I don't have any makeup on.
oh, okay.
Let
That's
me
why you're
see if I can.
hiding.
Well, it's just because of where my computer's at. I don't have the natural light coming in from that side. Because I normally work downstairs in the dining room, and I've been working up here in the office to separate myself from the dogs. And so I kind of, is that better?
Yeah, no, it can yeah, it's better. It's still a little it's darker than usual, but it's fine. I just
Probably
couldn't
just because
see
later in
like
the day.
I knew that the laser was coming up. I wasn't sure if it was today or not. Or if
Yeah,
you
it's
already had it.
tomorrow. So Zach's gonna drive me because he won't let me drive yet.
Oh. Well, that's good. He's taking good care of you.
Yeah, he is. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's like, no way you're driving down to the mall. And I'm like, it's like 10 minutes down the road.
To the mole. Oh. So did you get to see your boobs?
The what?
Tell the did you get to see your boobs?
No, well, yes and no. I've seen them, but they were still like way up here, and
Uh-huh.
they've fallen about an inch so far,
Uh-huh.
and my left one's falling quicker than my right one, so they're like this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, my nipples were like under the middle curve of my boob, and so
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, they just look this low because they're so high on my chest, right? And
Right.
he's like, yes, and my rings aren't like perfectly straight,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
They're like diagonal.
Very, very slightly. And I think too, because there's still a lot
Did
of
he put them
swelling.
in? I hope he put did he
Well, he had to put them however they were, like he put the rings in afters. I mean, like you couldn't see, I guess.
Oh,
But I mean, it's very, very, nobody would notice but me.
okay.
I mean, nobody else is going to see them anyway, but Zach.
Right.
So,
Exactly. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I was like, I'm just going to let the swelling go down before I really assess that.
Yeah,
So we're working
definitely.
on it. But yeah, the drains coming out and didn't hurt. They put some lidocaine injections around it and just pulled it right
Mm.
out. And so I was like, sweet.
Yeah, because
Um,
people make that seem like it's like the most painful thing. I've seen on like TV and stuff when people are like, "Oh, take the drains out," and they act like they're gonna pass out.
Well, even the surgeon was like, this is the worst part. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the lidocaine shots, I mean, they don't feel good. They're sticking needles all in me, but I was like, y'all, I
Hmm.
get needles stuck in my face, like
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
edge of my boobs, not going to bother me. So
Hmm.
once it was numb, and I guess a lot of people don't numb it. So I can
Yeah,
see it hurts the skin because they are like that long and that thick and they're like plastic. Which is why they hurt so bad when they're in there. But but yeah, no, ever since I was really, really sore that day though. Um, like my back starts hurting. It kind of gets that like burny, achy pain in the middle. And I was thinking about it, I was like, well, I did change my center of gravity essentially,
yeah.
So
It's literally in the center now.
yeah, so I think that's just why. And then just that nerve pain. Other than being super, super sore that day because of the band, I think it was I told my husband, I was like, did you ever have those braces where you had to wear the rubber bands? Did you?
Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't, but my daughter has them in right now.
Well,
She has to wear the rubber band, so they go together. They like
so
rub against you.
yeah, and they change your jaw, like your overbite or underbite. That's what they're
Yeah,
for. And so I had to have rubber bands. But anyway, that like deep ache that you get when your muscles are trying to like regroup, that's how I felt on my chest and back. And so,
yeah.
but yesterday I was really good until I stopped working. I just like powered through the day. I was like, I feel great. I didn't do anything excessive. I just worked, but I was very alert. Like I can tell the anesthesia's worn off. I'm like, sweet, I feel good. And then at like 3 p.m., oh, when I went to get my blowout, I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
I was
Like, oh,
fine.
I did just have surgery a week ago. I feel
Yeah,
it now.
I
Yeah.
was fine until I stopped moving. And as soon as where's my mouse? It's like behind my computer. There we go. Um, Once I stopped moving, I was like, okay, I'm done. And I was super, super sore. And I still have to do this like weird like leg kicky thing to like sit
To get
myself
yourself
up.
up.
Yeah, I look like a vampire trying to come out of a
Mhm.
coffin, you know? Um,
Like,
but
hiya.
yeah, and so I'm like, I better have abs of
Yeah,
steel after
exactly.
this. My
Yep.
abs better
You're
look
doing leg raises every time
incredible.
you get out of the bed.
Yeah. And so, but I got 3 more weeks and then I can start training lower body. And then he said after 2 months, I could start slowly going back into upper, but he's like, no chest for 3 months, which is like anterior delt and chest. But that's okay. If I can start pulling at least a little bit of like tension
Yeah.
in my back, then I think I'll be good. So
Yeah. You
that's where
said
we
how
at.
many with 3 weeks to the legs?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I'm just kind of
That's
taking it by
good.
month, like January, nothing. February, I'll start going back for upper body. I mean, lower body. March, I'll start going back slightly for upper body, but then I assume by like April that I'll be like good to go.
Yeah. And like you'll will you just start like a full bulk then, you
I'm
think?
not really sure. I guess it depends. Like, I haven't been the best athlete this week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've got to kind of undo some of that, I think.
Yeah.
I told myself today, just like everybody else, but I was like, no, I need to get back on my plan. Like I kind of
Mhm.
emotionally ate and I didn't go crazy. I had my mom's
Yeah.
vegetable soup every day.
Yeah.
But I also found myself like wanting a bowl of ice cream every day.
Yeah.
And so I had a bowl of ice cream every day. And then I was like, I got to get my life together because my stomach doesn't enjoy ice cream.
Right. Well,
And
that's
so,
just the thing. That's as much as you want it, like mentally, just like physically, it's gonna wreck you
yeah.
that many days in a row.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
starting to see it on my stomach. A lot of I was kind of ignoring it because I had a lot of inflammation, and but
Mhm.
now that the inflammation's going away, I'm like, all
It's still
right,
inflammation. Your
all
little bowl
right.
of ice cream ain't gonna hurt
I
you.
know. I was like, we
Yeah.
gotta, if we don't get it together now, though, it's not gonna be inflammation,
Yeah.
at the end of 3 months. So today was kind of my like, okay, it's my reset day. I'm just gonna get back into my routine. I
It
moved
is
all of my
really
stuff.
hard when you don't have a training schedule to eat around though, because we're so
Well,
used to that.
that and my whole schedule was disrupted.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't have my morning routine of getting to go downstairs, make my coffee, take my supplements, do my devotional, et cetera, et cetera. Everything is upstairs. And so like
Yeah.
I caught myself like not doing my devotional because I wasn't making coffee
In your
first.
routine. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I was like, I don't know, just kind of vegging out. And so I'm like, okay, now that I'm feeling better, I'm more mobile, let's just get back on the routine.
Yep.
I've laid around all day watching football. I did work this morning, but
Mhm.
I love the playoffs, so I'm like watching the college playoffs. But I want to hear how your move went.
Um, it actually went really good. I mean, all like the movers showed up. They worked really hard. It was just really, it was so hard because it was really just me and Corey. Like we didn't have anybody to help us, and we had to clean the whole like our house that we moved out of. I had to scrub the fridge and the freezer, which few things on that. One, if you're not cleaning your fridge and your freezer like a deep clean on the regular, you need to. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and admit that I would do like a drawer at a time, but
Right.
never like took everything out or like have a cleaning person do it for you. If you have a cleaning person, because that shit was fucking nasty. And I can't believe that like I actually was like, wow, probably shouldn't have been eating out of this fridge. But that was like a work like that's when I texted you and was like, I cannot like it took me like 2.5 hours to do the fridge and the freezer, and my back was like basically paralyzed afterwards
Yeah.
from just bending over so much. Like, and that's how I was last night. Like, I just feel like right now, at any second, my back is gonna lock up. Like, I have that low back that like when you could tell when it's like getting tight and it's like sending you warnings
Mm-hmm.
like you are old, you need to stop doing this.
Are you done with
But
work for the day? Like, can you go take an Epsom bath?
Well, I mean, there's just so we're like 80% done with the like unpacked. So we don't have Wi-Fi yet, hence the gorgeous Starbucks wall in the background. But um I am done with work. I just had with my client today. She was so sweet. She was the nicest. And I actually was really glad that I ended up going in for her. She was the only one I had today because she had the hair of like 80 people. Like your hair with all your weave times four. And I'm not
Wow.
exaggerating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she got a full, like she was getting the works. So she was so nice and grateful for me coming in today. So, and it was just so nice to like eat my food at home and not in the car. Like that was fucking awesome. And then getting there like 15 minutes and then like being out early, like it just really going to be life changing. And we already Corey went to the new gym here today and he loved it. He said his back workout was insane, that the back pieces he was really amped for it. And I was very concerned that he would like the gym here. So I'm really glad that he had a good workout today.
That's
Um,
good. It all
but
worked out.
yeah, it really so far, the house is amazing that we moved into. Like it's just, I feel so blessed and privileged to live there, honestly. Very, very nice. I'm just, you know how it is. Like I feel like my life is in shambles because there's still boxes everywhere and like
Hmm.
it's not, we don't have our couches yet. They're coming this weekend and I bought like a coffee bar and so that has to be, so all my coffee mugs are like everywhere. I can't, when there's clutter everywhere, it like clutters my brain. I can't.
I get that. It's like executive dysfunction. It's like you see it and it immediately shuts down.
Yeah. So, anyways, the other thing that's making me a little bit crazy that I'm ready to get back, just getting back into like my gym routine too, is kind of like I didn't have surgery, but I've been so off of my routine with going for to Ohio for Corey surgery, and then the weekend to come to Atlanta, and then packing everything for the house and the move. So, like, just being back in my routine, and then I told you when I was there, and I thought we could talk about it. We can make this like maybe a little bit of a topic because I think you're a good person to talk to this about. Is that I went off of tirzepatide for the first time in like a long time.
Are you
Like I've been on
starving?
it. I'm not, it's weird because I'm not starving, so I was having like gut dysfunction too. And I was just like, you know what? Like I need a reset. Like I could tell my gut was slowing down in a way that I did not like. And I was like, I need to like fix this. This
Yeah.
is not like something's wrong here. So I think it's been, I think 6 weeks now. And I'm not starving. It's just the sugar cravings, dude. Like
Part of that too,
it's
though, is because you're stressed.
yeah, yeah. No, it is, but I've also like it's just shocked because I have not like I haven't really increased my calories, my food. Like I had cheat meal and like I had like a few extra snacks like here and there, but like because of my feeling like full, like I was constipated, so I felt really full, so I couldn't even eat more food if I wanted to. Like the pain of adding more food was not worth satisfying the craving.
Right.
But I gained a little bit of weight,
It's
which
water weight.
no, I needed, and it's just such a mind fuck because we need to gain weight. It's because I'm not in a regular training schedule,
You're
and I
probably super
definitely need,
inflamed too from all
yeah,
the bending and cleaning and lifting.
so inflamed. But it looks crazy. Like this morning, in that shower, I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, What? Why is my stomach so soft? It's like the Pillsbury Doughgirl. It's like,
No.
no, it is. And I'm also so pale. Like I need to get. I'm gonna be going to the tanning bed. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm going tanning bed. If I'm gonna
I go
be.
to the tanning bed regularly. The only reason I'm not going right now is because of my surgery. I
Hmm.
want my scars to heal first. I'm gonna take like 3 months off.
Hmm. I mean, if I'm gonna be fluffy, it needs to be tan. This. But so, what do you recommend? This is what I was thinking. Like we could share with other people though. Is like, what do you recommend for when is a good time to maybe come off of a GLP and how to do that? And is it different? Like if you're gonna switch between like tirzepatide and retatrutide or semaglutide and tirzepatide. I know neither one of us really likes semaglutide, but
No, semaglutide will be obsolete, especially as the
yep.
biotrutide comes out. Um, so let me ask you this. How many units were you taking when you stopped it?
Units or dosage.
Units.
So I had worked down to I didn't like completely like stop. I think I went down to I was at 75 and then I went down to 50 and then 1 week at 40 units.
Okay.
And then I think I put it in my notes on my phone, but I'm pretty sure the last time I took it was 40. And I plan to continue to taper,
Right.
but my constipation was getting really bad.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was in this cycle of taking Miralax, and then the Miralax was making it worse. And I was like, I gotta
Got to
give my
reset.
body a reset. Yeah.
And you probably could hop back on at like 20 units and just kind of dose it down from there if you wanted to. But usually what I do is I'll tell my patients only once you hit your goal will we start tapering it. And this is more for weight loss people, not so much for like people that are just microdosing it. Like we were taking it for hunger cues during prep and to aid fat loss, right? So we're at the point of like weaning ourselves down from prep. And
Hmm.
and so usually whenever we've reached whatever that goal is, we need to start tapering it back down. Like you don't want your maintenance dosing to be 17 milligrams. You want your maintenance dosing to
Right.
be 2, 4, something super, super low.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
so people are so afraid to start properly weaning. And that is why when I talk to my patients, I go over 4 hard rules on how to be successful on GLPs. And this, again, is not for athletes, but it's a sense of education. One, this medication is really good at turning off your hunger. It doesn't mean you starve yourself. I don't care if you're not hungry. It's a first world problem. You still have to eat, you know? And so I give them like, this is a basement calorie level I want you hitting, like absolutely no less than this. And then we go over like metabolism downregulation so that they understand prioritizing protein because again with tirzepatide you don't lose any more muscle than you do with reta or any more muscle than you do with reta when you eat enough protein and you eat enough
Right.
calories. It's the diet that causes the muscle
The
wasting.
muscle loss. Yeah.
So um, we go over protein intake. Then 3, I tell them no crazy diets, no keto, no intermittent fasting, basically nothing that's not sustainable for them. And then 4, we always have to wean off the medication. It inhibits ghrelin. You stop inhibiting ghrelin, ghrelin spikes. We call it the gremlin hormone for a reason. And fat cells also, especially for people that were coming from being super heavy to that are now on the smaller side, fat cells have the consistency of memory foam. So you have to support your body long enough at a specific weight before you start coming off the medication. So what I'll do is I'll say once you hit your goal, not 2 or 3 pounds above it, but once you hit
Hmm.
your goal, because you will have some rebound water gain here, we'll take it down 10 units at a time every 3 to 4 weeks. Like I make them take their time with it. And usually I'll get them back down to that maintenance dosing for at least 3 months before I'll talk about coming off of it. And I give this all to them before they ever get on it, so that they have a complete understanding when you're done losing weight, you're not done with the medication, you know.
Right.
And at that point, it's up to them if they want to stay on it long term for other benefits, like inflammation processes, glucose control, whatever, or if they want to come off. But I'm like, it's going to take us 6 months to come off the medication.
How many people, what percentage of your people stay on it at a maintenance dose versus come off completely?
I honestly couldn't even tell you how many patients I have on it,
Hmm. Yeah.
because I realistically probably have like 600 patients.
Hmm.
Um, Most of them come off of it,
Really? Okay. Yeah.
but also most of them it's a cost issue.
Yeah.
But a lot of them that I don't know, maybe it's 50-50, maybe
Hmm.
50-50. Because I have a lot of people, like I tell my clients, like, y'all gonna have to pry this medication out of my cold dead hands.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna ever stop it. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise I want to carry candy around in my pockets like a fat kid. Like it helps me be a better athlete. And I'm not ashamed to say that.
Otherwise, I'm pushing Pop-Tarts on my friends.
Right? Listen, I don't know why he can't understand. I don't like the s'mores ones. It's the graham cracker. I don't
It's
like the way
so
it
good.
tastes.
I don't know what's wrong with you because it's so good.
I don't know why, because I
It's
love
the best
s'mores.
one.
I love s'mores. Like they're one of my favorite. Anything with marshmallow and chocolate, I'm all over. But I like the hot fudge sundae Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
And
Do you freeze them? So it's actually like a.
I like them warm. So
Oh,
I'm team warm, sweet Pop Tart, but if it's fruit, I like it cold.
yeah. But fruit Pop-Tarts are kind of gross. I know a lot of people like the fruit Pop-Tarts, but I'm
I
not.
like the strawberry ones.
Um,
I like most Pop Tarts though. I don't know why. They're such like mid food, but
they really are.
I love all that like gas station food, like the
Yeah.
little chocolate covered donuts. There's like plastic chocolate. I freaking love those
Oh,
things.
yeah, those things are gross.
Yeah, I don't have a very sophisticated palate.
Very, very gross. Um, but yeah, so like I finally got my digestion. like everything's working now. We're good. We're back in our routine. I'm not feeling like I feel fluffy all over, but not like bloated like I was. Like before I was like, ah, wow. But I feel like I'm missing the other benefits. Like I felt like I got a lot of like I never felt like inflamed. And now I feel like super inflamed.
Take like 5 units twice a week.
Okay. Right.
It'd be perfect.
Mhm.
I mean, it shouldn't affect your digestion, breaking it down like
That's what I'm worried about is like, am I gonna now I've just finally got like and then should I wait to start until I'm like because I am, gonna start a little bit of a just a little bulk, go into like a little bit of a surplus now that I can get back into a gym routine. And then that's why I'm like, I don't know, should I just wait till prep to add it back in? Because I feel like it'll be like way more effective if I wait
well, you can
six
always do
months.
something like BPC in the
Hmm.
meantime for inflammation.
I do. I do. It's just I don't maybe it's in my head. It could
No,
be.
tirzepatide does something special. It really does. The GLPs do something special with inflammation. And um I don't really I'd have to break down the pathophys of it, but they do. They have a special impact somehow. And part of it too, I think, is the hormone regulation. But
Hmm.
a lot of people, once they start them, I just feel better on it. So I'm just gonna stay on it.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I mean, I'm glad to hear you say that because I'm like, is this in my head? Like, I don't, it's so crazy.
No, but
But then I
you
don't
do
want
have
to like,
a lot of changes all at once. So you don't really
mhm,
know what's coming from what. So if you wanted
exactly.
to give it a little bit more time until you're a little bit more settled in your new routine, and then see if you need it.
Hmm. I just don't want to be like, I know I'm going to be adding food, and it really does help you with the keep my insulin sensitivity and all of that, like with the adding food. Like I had the, don't think I could have had a better bulk. And you do still study gain weight on it. It's not,
Yeah, and
you're not going to not gain weight.
you are still really lean. You can
Yeah.
afford to put on a little bit of body fat and still be fit and in a good spot in an off
I
season.
want to be, I care about the composition. So the first time I bulked with Justin, my composition was like great. I never, like, it's exactly, I felt like the fat and the weight was like nicely distributed. Like, I was up to 154 pounds, which is heavy for me. And this last one, like, I can't even look at the top of the bulk pictures. Like, it's so bad. My stomach was so fucking big. Like, it was not, the composition did not look good at all. Like I don't care. I don't necessarily about the weight. I just want to make sure that like it's evenly distributed. And I
Yeah.
think it's them getting older and like probably perimenopause. Like I don't really.
I tell you what I struggle with bulking is I will go back and look at, okay, what did I look like at this weight while I was cutting? And I feel like,
Hmm.
why do I look so much worse at 160 than I did coming down? And I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm not on Anavar and Primo coming
Right.
down. I don't have
Exactly.
those anabolics in play. And
Yeah.
so, like I struggle with weight to weight comparisons,
Yeah.
and I can't always do that because they're not always apples to apples.
Well, mine just looks so different. I mean, that was one of my hardest preps. That was one of my hardest struggles in preps, in prep. And actually, like, Justin actually, we actually got into a fight about it because I sent a couple times, like I sent him pictures of me look at that same weight, what I looked like, and I knew that I did not look as good. I think I sent some to you too. Like I was doing that like all I do it all the time. And it's like why does my body not just look the same?
Right.
It doesn't. And
Well, I
where
get
you
it.
gain fat is like so different. Like
Yeah, I've always stored fat in my quads. I will have lines in my glutes and no lines in my quads. Don't ask, I don't know. But this time around, like my legs are holding pretty well, but
mm,
I'm holding fat in like my lower back, like where men
mm,
hold it. And I'm like, because it doesn't make my butt doesn't look as good because I had this like
yeah,
back fat, and I'm like,
yeah,
ew, I'm like, it's squishy. Why is it squishy
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Uh.
That's when I this last well too. That's I got a lot more back fat than I had ever had in like the lower, not where you're at, but like above that. And like I was just like, what the hell is going on here? Why am I storing so much more fat around my in my midsection? And that's just what I don't want to happen this time. That's why I'm like, if I'm already feeling like a lot of the water is in my belly, like I'm very soft in my belly. Um,
Then do Tessa Moreland because that's what it's made
yeah.
for is visceral fat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Unfortunately, it makes me put on tons of water. I put
Oh,
on
that's
6 pounds of
right. I
water,
remember you telling me that you were very sensitive to it.
all growth hormone and test. I got testosterone from you actually, and I mean, I think I put on 6 pounds of water in like 4 days. It was
Yeah, it's
crazy.
just too much. More than like 2 or 3 pounds is just uncomfortable.
Mhm. Well, yeah, especially like my feet and my hands, and I already am like swelling in my feet because I'm standing on them all day. I so many people love testosterone, and I'm just like, I want it so bad. I want to try it again because I want it to work for me. And I got watching Corey like in like 13 different peptides right now, so I'm like,
I have his
give me,
folastatin, by the way.
give me a yeah. He told me he's
I just
very
wanted to wait.
excited
I
about
wanted
it.
y'all to get settled first before I tried
Yeah,
to ship it.
yeah. No, he appreciates that. I think he's very excited to take it though. So
I'm
very,
gonna
very,
try
very
it, I think, when I can actually, I'm gonna wait till I'm full swing training again.
excited. Mm-hmm.
And I want to try that. Yeah, I think that's it. I was trying to think it
Mm-hmm.
because we get all these cool things. I do want to try
Yeah.
BAM 15, but I
Yeah.
tried it for like 2 or 3 days and I did like you with Tessa, like I blew up.
Oh,
I got
really?
so puffy, but it is an uncoupler. It does make you hold water
Um,
weight. And so, but I just did not like the way I was like, no, I'm too. I think in deeper off season when I'm not, because I tried it like when I was still had a lot of lines. And so I think
yeah.
when I'm already softer and the lines blur a little bit more,
Yeah.
it's not as obvious. So I
Right.
will try it again, but obviously like once I'm healed, because I'm not trying to like make my body work even harder than it is right now.
Mhm.
I will tell you though, I've been like crazy hungry.
Have you?
Everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, does the pain medicine like not make you hungry?" And I was like, "No, I'm freaking starving. Like I want
Did
to
you
eat like
stop
a piece
taking
of."
TERS for your surgery?
Yeah, I did.
Do you think that is a reason why you're hungry or craving more
Probably, but I
sugar?
did like I think the reason I got so freaking constipated is because I took it the day after. Because I was like, I'm not going to be
Uh,
sitting here laying in bed dreaming about Great American Double Doozies. Like, I've
mhm.
got, I've got to have some help. And so, but I tell you
I've got
this,
to have some help.
I, I, uh, I, I have not ever been that backed up
That
before.
was like the most southern thing you have said to me ever. Like I'm laying in bed, just dreaming of double doozies. I have got to have some help.
Yeah,
Did
I gotta have some help. This is not gonna work. But I had to like manually
Miralax, nothing,
take
it
care
did
of
not
myself.
help.
I took 7 laxatives and could not go to the bathroom.
Oh my God.
I
That's
had
crazy.
to do an enema on myself and like manually remove it.
You think it was the GLP?
I think it was the pain medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like that after anesthesia. And because I am so diligent with my water intake, when it drops, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter what else is in play. I will always get backed up if my water's not where it usually is.
Yeah.
And I
It
think
was like
that
a perfect storm, like the water, the lack of water, the GLP, the surgery,
and the
everything.
Percocets, yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to like birth a child right now out of my anus, and this is not gonna work. And I was like in
I
so
have got
much
to have
pain.
some help.
I mean, you know, um, like my poor husband, he was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Don't come near here. Like, it's not safe. Like, stay away. Like, don't look at me. This is awful." And yeah, so it
And
was
then you start getting anxiety about not going. So then it's even worse because now you've made it worse because now you're stressing out about it. So your body's like, okay, you're stressed about it. We're gonna just
no,
shut
I'm
right
not.
down.
I'm gonna be gross for a second. So sensitive people, fast forward 30 seconds. When I'm telling you, it was like a child's head trying to come out of, like I could feel it. It was not happening. I was not stretching to allow for it to come out. I had to literally I had to scoop it out of my butt. And I'm like crying because you see my fingernails. So I'm like bleeding and like literally like it's coming out like flaky. Like it's like falling apart.
Oh
It was
my
so
God.
dry. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm not supposed to have anything getting my blood pressure up. And I'm sitting here like, there's like blood and crap everywhere.
Are you ever gonna be the same?
I'm telling you. So now I'm having the opposite problem, which I will take all day long. I'm like, nope, I'm fine with this. I
Yeah,
don't want to have to feel it. Like,
absolutely.
just let it come. But whew, it was so rough. And then I had
You
one
probably
day,
don't feel it because your asshole's stretched out to 5 times its.
it was awful, Angela. Like it was awful. Like I called my mom and I was like, I just need you to know that I've been traumatized. Like I will never be the same. I don't understand. And
I don't understand.
I was like, I don't even.
My gosh. That's actually, honestly, that's really, I'm laughing my ass off because the way you're describing it, but that is very painful. I have been there. It is extremely
It was
painful.
terrifying because I was like, what if I
Hmm.
don't get it all out? And then, like I couldn't tell if I got it all or not. And like I still hadn't pooped again. And I'm like, well, maybe that was it. And so then
Get it all
I
out.
finally started going like normal. And then I had one day where I had so much gas. Like my
Yeah.
belly was sticking way out. I could hear
Uh-huh.
it like gurgling constantly. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I was like, I bet it's all these laxatives I took finally catching
It,
up with me.
yep.
Because I was like
It is.
belching, like I was scaring the dogs with what was coming out of me. Like they're like, "What is that noise?" And I'm like, "My stomach hurts." I think Zach slept on
Oh,
the couch that night. I was like, "I
yeah.
don't know what." I was like, "Bro, this is not good. This is not good at all."
Thank God it
Um,
returned to normal in the morning.
yeah, it was just that day because I was like, maybe I've got like a perforated bowel, like
Yeah.
air's leaking in here from these tubes. I was like, "What's happening? There's no way this is normal." And I was like, that stupid ice cream. I shouldn't have ate the ice cream.
Yeah.
So it
I'm
was just
surprised
like
that that didn't keep you off the ice cream after that.
nothing will ever keep me off of ice cream.
See, that amount of pain I, if something makes me like severe in pain, it will keep me from eating it. That is actually the one thing about like, that's why I wasn't like gaining to or eating too much or eating like crazy. Um, like I'm not that worried about not taking the PLP or gaining too much weight because
It
I
alters
was
your brain
hurting.
chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you not like certain foods. Like I used to love like the sweeter the better, like super, super sugary
Mhm.
stuff. And now I see videos of like people with like these like they're like pouring chocolate over this like chocolate cake with chocolate ice
Yeah.
cream. And I'm just like, ugh, that makes my stomach hurt. But something about ice cream. Like I love just chocolate ice cream. But it
Mhm.
doesn't consistently hurt my stomach. So that's the problem.
Yeah. So do you still have to be on laxatives to
No, I'm
go,
fine
like right
now.
now? Oh,
No,
you're
I'm
back
fine
to
now.
normal because
Yeah, I'm
you're
back to
off of all
normal.
the pain meds.
Well, I'm on tramadol, but because the
Hmm.
day before my tubes came out, I only had two pain pills left, and I was like really anxious about the tube removal. So I called them and I was like, "Can y'all call me in like a little bit more just to bridge me over?" And they're like, "Well, we can't call it in. Like pharmacies don't let you call in controlled substances anymore. They only take like e-scripts. So you're like, you can come get it though." And I was like, "I live 2 hours away. Like I'm not
Oh
coming
shit.
there to get
Hmm.
a script." I was like, "I'll just see y'all. Excuse me, see y'all tomorrow." And then I was like, actually, I was like, I don't need Percocet. Like, I just need something. I was like, I'll take
Yeah.
tramadol if y'all can call that in. So they called that in to my local
Oh,
pharmacy.
okay. That's
But I just
taking
needed,
care of the pain.
yeah, something.
Yeah. But you're not, and you're definitely like you. I could tell you were like pretty high when we were there.
Oh yeah. Well, that and I was probably like high anyway. But
Yeah.
the pain meds do make me really, really out of it. Because I took
Yeah.
tramadol this morning and like Flexeril puts me to sleep. Like I'm just very sensitive. But I took tramadol this morning and then I go downstairs and I had like started moving all my stuff back downstairs. And I had stopped taking Yohimbine and I'm off of I'm taking like NP thyroid, but I did have some T3 on hand just in case. Here I am this morning, not even thinking. I pop Yohimbine. I put T3 in my mouth, swallow it. So like 2 hours later, I'm like sitting here jittery out of my mind. My heart's racing, and I'm like,
What's wrong with me?
I was like, what is going on? And so I was like, I think I took T3 this morning. I
Yeah.
was like, and no wonder I'm sick at my stomach. I took 10 milligrams of Yohimbine when I haven't been taking it. And I said, I'm like,
What were you still taking them before your surgery? Do you have any?
no, it's just in the
Yeah.
drawer. And I just
Oh.
out of like I wasn't thinking. Like I think
Hmm.
Zach was talking to me too, and I was just like boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop. And
Distracted.
I was just like,
Boop, boop, boop.
yeah, I was like, what the heck is going, but once I finally realized why I felt so bad, my heart rate calmed down because I wasn't panicking
Yeah,
anymore.
you were like anxious about why you were anxious.
Yeah, well, I was like, why is my baseline heart rate's like 70s? So it was
What's the
sitting.
difference with the T3 and the other one that you just said?
So NP thyroid is both T3 and T4. But it's a
Um,
lot more T4 than it is T3. So T3 converts to active I mean T4 converts to active T3. Which is why T3 is used so much more often. But you really need to support the whole thyroid.
mhm.
But NP thyroid we take more towards the end of prep when the thyroid is lowly functioning because of
Yeah.
stress. Whereas T3 is used as more a direct fat burner. He actually
Yeah.
never had me take T3. I just had it on hand in case I needed it. And the
Yeah.
bottles are the same. And normally I always look at the labels and so I took like 25 mics out of nowhere, having
Um,
not taken T3 in forever.
yeah.
And so I'm just like,
Yeah. Probably the
I'm
yohimbine
like,
too,
it
or the Himbine or whatever it's called.
well,
I can't take yohimbine. I was so sensitive to it this time.
it makes a
Couldn't
lot of people
take
really
it.
sick at their stomach. I try not
Yeah.
to eat
It
with it.
made yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was
Because
taking
most people
calls.
take it fasted.
Yeah, I was taking calls this morning and I'm like sitting here in my Snuggie, but I'm like starting to sweat, but my hands are freezing. And I'm like, why do I have cold sweats?
What is going
And
on?
yeah, and I was like, oh, because you were, stoned on pain meds when you took your
Took all
morning
your rest of your
medicines,
meds.
you know, and then went and had coffee on top of it.
Mhm.
So I didn't have my monster today. I
Yeah.
was like, probably don't need this.
Probably hold off on that. So when people are switching to from like tirzepatide to retatrutide or something like that, do you think that they should like wean down on one and like ever completely come off of it? I've heard like different things, you know?
I I just oh,
Hello? Hello?
sorry. All my stuff fell off the counter and I had to like pick it up. Um, I'll do a direct dose conversion. So like there's not really like a direct one, and you got to tell people too, like when you're switching from tirzepatide to retatrutide, retatrutide does not have near the appetite suppression as
Mhm.
tirzepatide. So you're going to be more hungry, but you might have more weight loss. But it depends on why you're not losing weight, because
Right,
your eating is your problem, tirzepatide's actually better for you because it's
right.
going to have more appetite suppression. So like
Hmm.
if you came to me on 5 of tirzepatide, I would put you at like 4 of Retta.
Hmm. I think, don't you think it depends too if somebody's been on a GLP already versus never been on one?
Yeah, if
Like,
they're never on one, you start them at the beginning, no matter
yeah.
what. And then, but
Like
if
Corey
they've
gets
been on
so
one,
sensitive to retatrutide, like less than he has to take like 0.5 right now, not even a full milligram of retatrutide because it literally wipes his appetite completely.
hmm
He didn't want me sending food reels because like honestly, like looking at food makes me sick.
you can send them to me.
Yeah, I was like, what? Ah, God, I wish I had that problem. I want you want that problem until you have that problem.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're
Force feeding
like,
yourself's
God,
not fun either.
yeah, like you don't want food. You think it's like fun to like feel like you don't want any food, but then when you don't want food, it feels like you just like all your joy is taken away.
I feel like that about eggs right now, and that sucks because I actually
Mm-hmm.
like eggs, but for some
Mm-hmm.
reason they're just super eggy right now. And every time I
Mm-hmm.
look at them, I'm just like, I never ask for my plan to be changed. I'm just not going to. But I might be like, bro, you might have to give me a break from eggs. Like I'm gagging them down.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do get the ick after a while,
You just
but
got to change it up.
then you're gonna be like be eating beef like me for breakfast.
Well, I had somebody had me on beef and eggs, Jansen,
Mm-hmm.
I think, for the longest time, and I freaking loved that meal.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good.
Well, beef
Um,
with eggs, but if you can't have eggs at all and you're eating just fucking dry ass beef,
yeah, I struggle with that. Because my
ugh.
last meal, I do like ground beef and rice cakes, or ground beef and sweet potatoes, which is why I switched to steak. Because I just like, I can't eat ground beef and sweet potatoes. If ground beef needs to be on or in something.
Yeah. Ground beef mixed with sweet potatoes is kind of good though. Especially if you
Well,
get that with it, like avocado. I love that.
I
That
do get
combo.
oil, so maybe I'll try it as like a scramble and use it more like a real potato. Because I put like cinnamon and stevia on my sweet potatoes.
It's good with the
And I eat
grease.
them cold because they're like a sweet treat.
Oh, not with beef though.
Yeah, I'd have to like, I actually,
But
I could make
not even
fries
kidding,
out of
like
them.
cinnamon with on the beef is also very good. Like cinnamon, beef, avocado, and sweet potato is just sweet. That's
I might
good.
try that.
Or almond butter instead of
Oh,
avocado.
I do like almond butter in, and you know what? And I'm gonna ship it to y'all too because I bought you a thing of that Georgia
Uh-huh.
almond butter. I had it here for you, and I completely just
Oh, thank you.
forgot.
Yeah. Well,
Before we forget,
you were a little bit high.
we posted gym pet peeves.
Yes.
Do
Okay.
you have yours?
Yes, I do. I only got three, so I remember what they are.
A lot of mine were redundant, so I'll let you go through yours, and then I'll just read mine,
Uh-huh.
and we can talk
Okay.
about them. They're probably
Um,
all the same anyway.
yeah, well, the number one, I think for most people is going to be leaving not re-whacking your weights. That's probably like the number one. Did you have that one?
Um, no.
Oh, really? I that is annoying, especially if they are like many, many 45-pound plates.
It's a pet peeve of mine. Like I can't stand when people, and I'm kind of a bee about it. Like
Yeah,
if I see you leave a bunch of weight, I'll go ask you if you're done with that machine. And if you say,
yeah,
"Oh yeah, you can have it," I'm like, "Well, can you take your weight off?"
yeah. I
And
will
that's how
too.
I'm like, "Can you unload it?"
I will absolutely say that. Now, I the gym that we just left, Uflex, they actually they have cameras and they charge you $15 if you leave. And he does not mess around. And I got charged before, and he'll actually send you the video. I didn't believe him that I left a weight. I was like, no way. I was like, I never do that. That's a pet peeve of mine. I was like, must have been Corey because it wasn't me. And he's like, okay, I'll send you the video. So he sends me a video, and I left a 10-pound plate on, like, I was putting away weights and must have thought that like I had put them all away because there was still a 10 on one of the things. And I was like, okay, Jeremy, I was like, I understand what you're doing with this, like why you want to do this and you want to deter people. I'm like, but if somebody, like a regular member, like clearly forgets or doesn't like see that they
There's
have
got
it
to be
on,
like a
like,
warning shot first, you know.
yeah, like, come on. Like, and all the people at the gym there know me and they're watching the videos. That's how they, so I'm like, no, like, who's ever at the front desk could be like, Ange, put away your weights next time. Especially if
Right,
they know I'm deep in prep.
right.
So that was like, that's a little bit annoying. But yeah, I would definitely say to somebody, uh, get your shit off there. Like, I'm not cleaning your weight up for you. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I've
definitely
caught
pretty rude.
myself a few times, like, and I'll immediately go back.
Mm-hmm.
But usually it'll be like, I'm not going to unload this one because I need those weights for this
Right.
very next machine. So I'll take them
Yeah.
off and load them as I'm doing it, which isn't super fair. Only if the gym's not busy will I do that. But then there's been times where I've been like, holy crap, like because I work while I train too, because like my phone never
Mm.
stops. And so it's like I either use my rest periods to answer a message or I'm not going to ever sleep because
Yeah.
I have 15 messages in 10
You gotta
minutes.
make
So,
that money, honey.
so I'm like, okay. But when I'm in prep, I kind of have to refocus myself. But it's anyway. Okay. What were your other ones?
Um, the other one was, how did you, what do you, did you just screenshot them? How are you seeing them again? Or can you see them?
You can see
Where do
them
you
on your
go
phone.
to?
So you'll go to your archives and you click on that story and just swipe up.
Oh, aren't you clever? You still, am I gone off of there right now? Or you can still
Yeah, but
see
it's
me?
okay.
Okay. Okay, but I do know one of the other ones was, this is so, whoa. I gotta send you some of my archived browsers. I'm gonna send you some of my archived ones. Get ready.
I love going through my archives. Like I look at it every
Well,
day, like what mine was from like this time last year. A lot of
um,
times it's like 6 years ago on this day.
well, I archived a bunch that were like, my Instagram used to be a lot sexier back in the day. And just, decided to turn it down a notch so, the boobs weren't out for everybody on the gram and the buttholes.
Love it.
I know.
That's
So
Miss
the other
Lily's
one was
job.
people who come to the exactly. Lily. People who come to the gym just to talk and don't take social cues when it's time to walk away. And I agree with that one probably the heaviest because inevitably there's like one or two people like every single time, every time.
Yeah.
It really is annoying because especially when you have a limited amount of time to work out and like I really don't want to be rude, but like
And it's
eh,
always when you have a limited amount of time that you get one of those people. It's like when you're in a rush and you're going to snag your shirt on every door handle.
no, I honestly respect Corey so much because this is one thing like he comes like he's very good at like setting boundaries, like not in a rude way, but like I really am generally interested in people and I never mind talking. Like I don't want somebody to think like, oh, I don't like you or I don't want to be your friend. It's just like right now, like I'm always in a time crunch.
Right.
Um, but he'll just straight up be like, dude, I can't talk right now. Or somebody ask him for help, he'll be like, no, I can't. I gotta focus on my workout.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
I engage with people, but I've gotten better about it. Like I will tell them, like if I'm in a rush, I'll be like, listen, I'm not being rude, but I have 30 minutes. Like
Yeah.
I've got to get my workout in. Or I'll just literally start doing my next set while they're still talking.
Yeah,
Like
but a
I'll
lot
just
of
keep
some
working it.
people, I feel like there are definitely the people who really are coming to the gym just to talk, and we know who they are. Like they don't take those cues. Like you'll literally be like, I've had somebody that like I'm like I just start to slowly back away like that, and they just keep walking towards me, or like I'm doing my set and they're still talking. I'm like, the hell? Like a normal person knows, like, okay, it's time to
Yeah.
wrap it up. Yeah.
Well, no, they
Okay.
got to tell you all about their glory days and their, the time that they were successful at this one thing 20 years ago.
Well, no, yeah, and it's honestly, it's so weird. I'm gonna tell you, I feel a lot of those people. Honestly, I feel bad for them because I do think they're coming to the gym like they don't. It seems like they don't have a lot of like interaction with people.
They're lonely.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like a lot of times they're talking about like nonsense, and I'm like, or a lot of like gym gossip, which I literally like. I've never cared about what anybody else at the gym is doing. Um, and I don't know what anybody else at the gym is doing. And
Yeah, I
so
don't
if
pay
they
attention.
like want to gossip about somebody to me, like I literally don't give a fuck. Like I don't care what you're doing. I truly don't. So like that's why I'm like, that's another thing. Like, please don't interrupt my workout to talk to me about, Stephanie, because I really don't care
Right.
who she's sleeping with. I don't care.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people, there's a lot of people like that. A lot. It's crazy. Maybe
Yeah,
just
there
it's
are.
our gym at Uplex. I don't know.
No, it's every gym that's been, because we had that issue at Rise. Like, so the gym that I used to go to before it closed, and they are reopening, but we had all been there for so long, and bodybuilding is such a small community that it
Mhm.
would get like that. It'd be like, oh, like, did you hear blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, no, I don't talk to anybody but my husband and my dogs. Like, I didn't hear about so and so, you know?
Yeah, nor do I. And it's like, I always expect the other person to like recognize that I don't care. Like, I feel like in a conversation with me about stuff like that at the gym, like, it's pretty evident that I don't care.
Right.
So I expect that to like end it, but it doesn't. Because like I said, people like that just they don't get it. Like, I don't. It's very weird. Very,
They
very,
just
very,
want
very
to
weird.
talk. They just want to talk.
And a lot of people will ask, especially now, they'll ask us like peptide or other super stuff at questions, and I don't know. One guy at the gym asked me the one time he came up. Corey was working out right behind me, and I think he's like now scared of Corey because he asked him too many dumb questions. So he decided to come up to me. So I'm texting Corey like, well, as soon as I see him approaching, I'm like, "Hey." And he's like, "Hey, can I ask you a quick question?" I'm like, "It's like, do you think I should take testosterone, bro?" Like I've said like 3 words. He's very interesting though. He always, if he doesn't see Corey, he'll say, "Where's Corey?" I'm like, "Oh, it's his rest day." He's like, "How much is he weighing now?" Like he wants to know his weight, like every day. Yeah, and he asked me if I should take testosterone. I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
Ask your doctor." I don't.
Yeah.
So, what
People
was
are
your?
ruthless about that.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Okay. I got a few of these. Um, People doing their set right in front of the dumbbell rack, like they are the only ones using it. That is a
Yeah.
huge pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand that. You don't need to set your dick on the dumbbell rack to do bicep curls. You know?
hmm Again, no situational awareness. Like you need to be aware of yourself. Recognize that you're not the only person in the gym. Come on.
Yeah. I
And that's
usually
what
will
that
say
is.
something about that too. I'll be like, back up, man. Toe shoes, they don't bother me at all.
They're kind of creepy though.
They look weird, but I understand them because you want to have that like flat balance, but I don't
Yeah.
see a lot of like lifters wearing them. If anything, lifters just
No.
take their shoes off.
Yeah. Why separate your toes like that? It just like it.
This one, I would lose my mind. I actually had someone do this to me before, and I just, anyway, taking weights off of a machine while you're still using it
Oh hell
without
no.
asking.
Oh hell no.
I like walked away, like my stuff was clearly at the Smith machine. I walked away to get some water and came back, and this dude had unloaded just one side of my Smith. And I went and tapped him. I was like, "Did you take my weight off?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I was like, can I have it back?" You
Yeah.
know? Like, can you put it back? I'm not gonna go search for new
Yes.
plates. Um,
I had a girl do that one time while I was literally like just about to start my set, and she thought it was like the side of the machine. Like she thought it was like where, and she's like, "Oh my God!" She's like, "I didn't realize I actually took them off the machine." I was like, "No, it's all right." Okay.
so I have a funny story like that when I was in prep, and I think it was 2022 when I was in prep for anyway, North Americans. And I was doing the reverse V squat, like backwards. And I'm loading up, like I always start with a plate per side, go up to like 5 or 6 plates per side, but I do a plate at a time, do 2 or 3 touch and goes. And I'm like loading it up, loading it up, loading it up. And I'm like, golly, I'm at 6 plates and this feels easy. Because I was only loading one side of the
I know
stupid
what you're about
machine.
to say.
The other side I was putting on the peg. And I was like,
Yeah,
here I am, like thinking I'm doing something.
yeah. You're like, what? Watch you like record a video to send to your coach, and only one side is loaded.
I don't even remember how I like recognized it. And I was
Oopsie
just like,
daisies.
oh, I'm doing half the weight I thought I was. All these
Mother.
wasted reps. Seeing someone just sitting on a bench and not using it. I think, and the next one is people on their phones and not putting plates away.
Yeah.
Um, it's awful. Like people just standing there. And I have to be aware of it myself because I work in between sets. So I am
Right.
on my phone. And so I'm like, there's a lot of times where I'll get off of a piece of equipment and stand next to it. So if someone
Uh,
needed to set in, they know
yeah.
you can sit here. Um, Pajama pants. I think this is more for the men wearing their like flannel pajamas and their wife beaters to the gym because we get a lot of those.
Hmm.
Um,
I don't really care. I mean, just wear what you want to the gym. Like, I don't.
there's one guy that comes into our gym and he wears compression shorts with nothing over them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a
Wonderful.
little distracting to me. And
That's
it's not his fault
appropriate.
that it's distracting to me. It's my
Yeah.
fault. But we had
But
another
still,
guy, he was like 70 years
that's
old,
cringe.
and he would wear the tiny little shorts, like the little runner shorts with nothing under them. And he would like stretch and stuff and be like, you literally, it was like that movie Waiters, where
No.
you're just like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's an 80-year-old nutsack right there in
Yeah.
front of me. Like, so finally the gym owners were like, you got to wear something else.
Yeah.
Um, Not wiping down machines, leaving your sweat on the equipment.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. You're
And
very
people are
sweaty.
notorious for it too. Groups of people hanging out on equipment without using it. We see that a lot here. The little like teeny boppers, like all the llama kids, with all the llama haircuts, they'll like stand around.
Is that at the
Um,
new gym that you go to? It's like, is it bad
it
there?
was the
Oh.
old one. Groups of like 5 or 6 would train together, but like all just talking, like
Yeah.
while like lackadaisically like doing a set, like talking. So it's obviously taking them forever, and they can do 20
Yeah.
reps because they're not going heavy.
Yeah, that's actually the gym that I used to go to before you moved here. That's how it was like that. The same group of kids. Like honestly, I said something one time because they were doing like this one fits influencer guy. Um, what's his name? You probably know who he is because he has like 100,000 followers now. I can't remember, but um, Mr. Optimal. He was doing like a meet up at the gym, and it was all like it was like every single one of those llama haircuts came out of the woodwork with their cross earring and everything, and they were just standing around in circles. They were just talking, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Look, I finally had enough because they were in my way the whole time." I was like, "Look, take your circle jerk, and go someplace else." I'm like, "This is a gym for training. This is not a playground." Like you, it takes a lot to push me to that, though. It really does. And
Yeah.
that is one of the reasons I stopped going to that gym because it was too much of that. It was too much.
One thing
That
they
actually
used
is
to
on
do.
my one of my other pet peeves that the people said that skinny kids with focusing more on tripods than on training.
Yeah, and I've started using a tripod so I can record for Amanda,
Yeah.
but I feel like such a tool. Like
Do
I
you? I
hate
don't
carrying my
care.
tripod around.
I don't care.
Well, for
I
me
feel like
too,
if you've like
I just want to like not have to worry about it. I don't want to carry it around. I don't want to set it up. But then like how am I going to pay a training coach to optimize my training if they can't see what I'm doing? So it's like I know it's necessary, but I hate doing it.
but also, I mean, I just feel like you've earned the right. I mean, if we look at you, like clearly, it's you've put in the work, like what's annoying, and you continue to put in the work even when you're recording. Like it's when you see people that are going there doing like loading the weight, doing like the whole main goal for them to do it is more about the recording than the
Yeah.
training.
Yeah.
And they're spending more time like recording than they are training.
And I'm
So
gonna
like,
flip this. I can't stand when people with the tripods get mad when you walk in front of their video.
yeah, that's retarded. That's
It's
stupid.
different if it's intentional
Yeah.
and the person's being a dick, because that can happen.
Yeah.
But like, I don't even notice if someone walks in front of my camera. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
like glare at them and like mean mug them because they walked in front of my camera. Like,
Well, I mean, I think most people like when you're doing it, you know, when you are an experienced athlete and you're going to record yourself, again, you're being mindful of that this is a public environment. Like, so I will go out of my way to make sure I'm recording that I'm not having a bunch of people in the background. Like, not just because I don't want other people in the background, but like just out of respect, I don't want my tripod in somebody else's way. I want the gym should be about working out. Like
yeah.
tripods are going to be there forever now because of social media. So
I
they ain't
tried
going
to get one of
anywhere.
those things you could like stick on the
Yeah.
machines, but it does not hold my phone. It like
And it probably
slides
has to be
down.
in like a certain place.
Yeah, it like slides down, or my phone won't stick to it. And I have to take like the case off of my phone because it's also my
Yep.
wallet.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying. The tripod is just honestly, it's really easy, but I don't think it should feel like a tool at all. Like, I'm sorry, you are the right. Like, you do
I
a
do
lot of
though.
work.
I
You
do. I feel
look
like a
through it,
dick.
you do,
Yeah.
and I don't give a crap. Like, no, if you're sending videos to your coach, that's nothing. And for whatever reason you want to, like, you're respectful about it. I think it's more when people aren't respectful about it.
Yeah, and there are those people too.
Hmm.
People leaving their belongings all over the floor. Phone, AirPods, wallet, case, miscellaneous, just throwing it all on the floor.
That's Corey. He leaves his shit everywhere. He'll just throw his backpack.
I find like one spot in the gym. I don't want my bag in the locker room. I need it, but I'm not carrying it
Hmm.
around from machine to machine with me. So I'll find one spot that's like out of the
Hmm.
way and I'll set it there and I'll keep everything there and just go to it when I need it.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
get it. I do see it a lot where people just kind of throw their stuff. And I have like straight up set my phone down somewhere and been like, where is it? What did I do with it? I got two about body odor,
Oh, of
um,
course. I mean,
and
that's
not
just
wearing
come on.
deodorant. Yeah. When people
Be
stand too
so for
close to the
real.
dumbbell rack, loading up a machine and doing one half rep and acting like it's a full rep.
I mean, yeah,
And
but
then
we see this.
another sitting on the machines just to scroll on their phone and text.
Um, Another one of mine was unsolicited advice. And I thought
I'm
that was
that
kind of
person though.
interesting.
I will
Are
correct
you?
people. Yes,
You
it
really
drives
will?
me nuts. Mainly young
Sometimes
women.
I think you and Corey are like the same person, honestly. Like you say so many similar things to him. He's the same way.
Like
He
if
will
it's
give
a young
unsolicited advice.
female and they're minding their own business and they're just doing something wrong, I will go fix them. But usually I'll ask, "Are you open to my help?"
Yeah.
But like guys, no, because
Mm-mm.
their egos won't handle it
Yeah. And
unless I
most of
know
the
them.
time, the girls, like, I find like like most of them, if you say something or you initiate the conversation, they actually want to talk to you or they want your advice because most of them want to look like you. So they feel like, okay.
Well, and like I've also been told that I'm scary looking at the gym,
Hmm.
so people don't want to come up to me.
Hmm. I don't think you're scary looking at all.
I don't think I'm
I don't
scary
know.
looking at all. I usually look homeless. That's probably what they're scared of.
Exactly.
Who's this homeless girl in the gym?
Adam Sandler, is that you? Yeah. I know I have gotten, I don't know. This could be tricky for me though, because like, have you seen the videos of that Eric Jack? That's like his whole thing right now where he's going around. It's like a series that he's doing on Instagram where he corrects people in the gym. He sees
No.
people. I'll have to send you some of his reels. He'll just go up to like, and he'll take. He has like baggy clothes on, so he looks like normal when he asks them, and then he's like, "Let me show you the set," and then he like takes his shirt off. Um,
It's
but
funny.
I'm like, I don't know how I would. I honestly don't think I would take that so well because I did have one time I was doing a drop set and I had a kid. I asked him to pull the plates off of me at the hack squat for me to do the drop set. And when I got done with the set, he was like, "Good job." He's like, "But you really need to slow that down." And I was like, "Okay." And I'm thinking like, now this kid is probably like 140 pounds, like soaking wet. probably 19 years old. And I'm like, thank you.
Hmm.
Like, oh, that's my pro card.
I had this conversation with someone the other day too, and it may have been you, honestly, but talking about, and I'm not talking about you in this scenario. When I hired Amanda, I'm coming from a place where I've been doing this for almost 10 years.
Hmm.
Like I know how to train. And
Hmm.
when her first video back to me, she's like, "Oh, we got a lot we need to fix." And I'm like, "I gotta fix," it's almost like you're like, and then
Yeah.
I was
Go
like,
fix yourself.
I'm like, Heather,
Yeah.
you're
You
not messing
hired
with a big
her.
deal.
Yeah.
You hired her for a reason, and
Hmm.
it's worked. But I had to, like, I did. I was just like, no, I don't feel it when I do it that way. And then I try it
Yeah.
that way, and I'm like, I feel it better this
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
And I'm like, okay, well, she obviously knows what she's doing. You hired her.
Yeah.
So I was like, give
Yeah.
it a chance. And so it's like, you can forever humble yourself in this
Oh, for
sport, I tell
sure.
you.
For sure. That's
But yeah.
the first time Justin sent me like a leg day video, like or a leg day training. I was like, I looked at the training and I was like, no, 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 it's not gonna be good, not gonna be good. And then I text him right. I will never forget. I texted him right after that first leg day that he wrote for me, and I was like, holy fucking shit. I was like, I thought I was training legs before. I was like, I guess I wasn't training legs. I don't
Mhm.
know. So yeah.
I will say one thing I've learned
I'm
about
still not
myself.
taking advice from a 150-pound 19-year-old at the gym,
No,
though.
no. But one thing I've learned about myself too with recording is I don't know how to count.
Ah,
Like I straight up would think I've done 12 reps of
mm,
something and I go back and
mm,
count and it's like nine. And I'm like, how did I lose count?
yeah,
You know?
that's the thing with training with a partner, though, too. Like, Corey will call me out, like, has called me out on the number of reps, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I did 12. And he's like, no, you definitely did 10.
Yeah, I stopped even trying to count my top sets. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna fail. And then I'll watch the video and see how many I did,
Oh, okay. There you go. It's a
you
good
know.
idea. Yeah.
But yeah, I just realized I was like, I really overcount. I really thought I was doing
Hmm.
more.
Well, it's hard when you're working hard,
Yeah, but it's funny because I don't know where I'm jumping like 2 or 3 points.
Mhm. I'm getting some weave in like 2 weeks. I cannot wait. I
I'm so
know.
excited. What
I'm
brand do
so
you use?
excited. We have like several. We have like Bombshell. I'm probably gonna order Jay-Z styles just because I know the color that I like in Jay-Z, and
Mhm.
I get a decent discount through Jay-Z. So
I've only ever used Bellamy, so
yeah, I mean Bellamy's very good too. I mean, honestly, so the hair's pretty similar at that
yeah,
level, anyways. Honestly, I just for me, it's just about really about the price. To tell you the truth.
yeah,
I just don't know if I. She's like, let's just try doing one row, which has its benefit because we just do like the beaded wax, and I'm like, it's nice because then you don't have to blow dry a shit ton of extra hair. But then I'm like, I don't know.
yeah. I used to have
One row is going to
three
be enough.
rows.
Yeah, I just don't know if that'll be enough hair. I'm ready to like feel myself again. Like I haven't been feeling myself for a while now. So
Why don't you? You could always do like one weft and then some K-tips.
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna let her go with it. Go with her
Look at you
flow.
letting go of control.
Hmm. I actually this I will tell you this. When I get my hair done, I pretty much let them do whatever, even my color. I'm like, I'm so grateful that somebody's doing it for me, and it takes a lot of time. I mean, of course, I give them some cash, but it's not nearly what most people pay to have their hair done.
Right.
So I'm just very grateful that they're taking the time. When Rachel colors my hair, she every single time she's like, "This is my business partner." She's like, "Thank you so much for letting me do your hair, Ange." I'm like, "You just spent 4 hours." Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's
So
cute.
sweet. Oh, it's so cute.
I'm usually like
So,
that with my injector now because I have such a
hmm
trusting relationship with her. I'm like,
hmm
I won't waste 10 units of anything.
yeah. Oh God, no. Who would?
Like,
Why?
I don't care if
Put
it's
it put
like
it
this much
somewhere.
filler left in that bottle. You can find somewhere to put it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'll get these little like dents right here. I'm like, put it right there. Put it in the dents. I'm
Put it
like,
right
you
back.
just so she'll just like look at my face. She's like, poke, poke. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, just fill in holes. Like it's fine.
Yep. Well, I'm look at what this the situation. They look
Ooh,
so
honey.
pretty. I
Ow.
know. Yeah, it's pretty bad. they just one after the next was breaking yesterday, and I'm like, oh boy. So yeah, real cute. So
Yeah, I still have my
she'll be
Christmas
back. Give me
nails.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I gotta
When do you
make an
get new
appointment.
ones? You didn't
Well,
even
I
make an
don't know.
appointment yet?
No, I need to book with her.
Surprise.
But these are still so fresh. Like they haven't grown out yet. I got them
Does
done like
she
a week and a half ago.
does she like book like can you get in with her like next week if you wanted to or oh
Probably.
really? I'm
Well,
surprised.
I could.
They're so good.
I don't think just anybody could.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
I
I've
think it's time for new nails.
yeah, because it's New
New
Year's
year,
now.
New Year's. Yeah.
I don't know what
Get
color
the
I'm gonna
fresh.
do, but I need to look at some. I always
Hmm.
love good crispy black nails,
It's good,
but
especially for January.
yeah, but I also am in my brown era. Like I'm
Your
loving chocolate
chocolate,
brown right now. And I
chocolate era.
haven't done a good, like I do have a color here.
Do you like
Um,
the chocolate with the like the chrome over it, like glaze or no? Like a chocolate glaze, like an iced chocolate donut
yeah,
chrome
I love
situation?
anything chocolate.
Yeah. I got the chrome on top of my chocolate though, and I did not like. I never end up liking the chrome. Every time I do it, I'm like, hmm. I
Oh, you're
think
talking about fingernails. I thought you were talking about like a literal donut. I was like, yeah, I like chocolate glazed
duh.
donuts. Um,
We're talking about
I
fingernails, Heather.
I'm picky with chrome. I don't think chrome looks good on everything. Now, I told you I'm a fat kid. I'm totally thinking about donuts when you said that. I was like, glazed donuts? Yeah, I like chocolate glazed donuts. Who doesn't like them?
Of course, bitch.
I'm
Let's
like,
go get some donuts. We've talked
why are
about
you
donuts
asking me
many,
this right
many
now? Like,
times.
duh.
I that actually reminds me. I was gonna bring you. I even talked to Corey on Friday because you know I drive past. It's like an hour past my house on Friday, um, to Parlor, and I was like, I just don't know. Like, I don't want the first time you have them to not be fresh. And I felt
Yeah.
like if I got them on Friday, by the time we got to your house 24 hours later, and I was bringing you cookies, and I was like, do I need to like contribute to her fat kid this much? I'm like, I don't know.
Those cookies did not stand a chance.
I know, but that's why I didn't bring you the donuts, by the
They
way,
were
because you
so
really
good.
do need to try Parlor.
Yeah.
Parlor are so so good, but I just didn't want your first experience to them to be 24 hours
Be like
old.
day old donuts. Yeah. Because
Donuts, they just aren't that good.
I think that was my problem with 5-0 because I think I got there right as they opened, and I really
Hmm.
think they gave me day old donuts because they were just
Yeah,
not,
yep.
they were not what everybody made them out to be. I was so disappointed. I barely ate them. I was like, And I'm post show. You know, you'll eat cardboard post show.
That's the last time I got fancy donuts, not from Parlor, except from a place called Baked in Charleston. Like they're expensive. It's like $5 a donut. I mean, they are usually so so good. And I think it was like once we ended my prep, I took Violet there, and I was like, like I literally wrote a review. That's how mad I was because I knew that they were
You didn't
hard
got me
as a
on Yelp.
rock. Yeah, yeah. I don't fuck around. They were $5 a donut, and they were hard as a rock. And we went early, and like I'm always like the first. I want them like hot off the belt, you know. But anyways, when you guys come to Myrtle Beach, we'll go. That's what I thought. Like you can just come visit. And we'll,
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
yeah.
We have Danny's Donuts here, which they're from here, but they become kind of, I think there's like 12 or 13 of them now. But they ended
Mhm.
up, the original owners sold all of the other ones and only kept the one that's like 2 minutes from my house because they didn't want it to become a franchise. It just worked out that way for them. And so they're like, we just want to focus on the one store. But they're this sweet little couple, and it's always the male owner that's in there. And I actually don't go in there as often as you would think, right? But he will give you, I mean, I can get like a dozen for like 12, $13.
Oh my
They're
God.
not like super fancy. They're like your bread and butter. But when I tell you those donuts dissolve on your tongue.
Hmm.
But
Okay, I researched this place when we were there because I'm always like, I thought maybe I would go get donuts the next morning, even though it was like, you know how it is when we
yeah,
fantasize, like we're never gonna really do it.
right.
Yeah. And I saw those on there.
Danny's is so good. But Saint Honore in Las Vegas,
You get your
that
number one.
it was I got a bunch of specialty donuts and they were good. The creme brulee donut was really good. But they had this plain, like, it's not plain, it was just like a regular cake, not cake, yeast donut that was chocolate glaze, but it had like salted caramel pearls. Well, that was the softest donut I've ever eaten in my life. And then the pink box donuts that we tried in Vegas, they were not that good,
Yeah, I
except
had
my
pink
poo.
box. I
My poo
think
emoji donut was so yummy, but it was mainly just chocolate icing, and that was why I liked it.
I did not like pink box. I had pink box either. I felt like they were very commercial. Like they
Yeah,
weren't. There was nothing special about
they're
them.
very similar to like voodoo donuts,
Mm,
you know, and
very
voodoo
similar.
donuts are
The
good. They're better
same.
than like Krispy Kreme, but they're not,
Mm,
ooh.
Right. That voodoo donuts also I thought were kind of gross.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't
There's
really like
like
them.
meh. They're very greasy.
Now, the number one donut is if you've had Randy's Donuts in LA. If you ever, whenever you go to LA, you go to go to Randy's Donuts. It is, I've never, like, it was, I'm not, like, I was in like a romantic relationship with these donuts. Like, it got sexual. Okay. It
That's
was just
funny.
me and the donuts. We had a connection. That's how good they were. Like, I literally was like, don't look, I didn't want anyone to look at me while I was eating these donuts. That's how good they were. I was like, oh my God, these are
Yeah.
special.
That's how I like I that's how I felt about Saint Honore. Like they were really,
Mm-hmm.
really good. And you can tell that they love what they do. But Danny's
Mm-hmm.
Donuts here, they will forever just like be a good comfort staple.
Damn, I should have got those. My stomach was like not still on the frisk. Like
Hmm.
that was the last day of it kind of being like it was starting to get better. And I started to get a little crampy that night. Of course, traveling. Anytime I
Well,
travel,
when
my
we
stomach just
come,
does
we'll
different
bring a
things.
box.
Yep.
They have a
There you go.
blueberry fritter.
Ooh.
It's so
Wow.
good. They
Yeah.
had one that was like it was like a
I that's my
glazed,
favorite kind of donut spot. It's just like a local, like even though he's franchised, but like just like old fashioned, like
yeah.
old school donut.
Yeah, they're so good. Their donut holes are so good. But I
Mm,
love a chocolate covered cream filled, not Bavarian cream, not the yellow custard. I want
mm,
icing in it.
icing. Yeah.
Chocolate covered, white icing
Like
in
your
the
double
middle.
juicers.
You know, I'm a sucker for some icing. Give me some pure
Yeah,
whipped
thick
sugar.
ass icing.
I'm just as happy as I can be. Um, but yeah, but they like stuff them. Like they are stuffed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so good. When Corey his first like a prep like 4 years ago, we were in where were we at? Connecticut, I think. Yeah, Connecticut. The show was in Connecticut, and there was like this famous donut spot at Harvard. So like the morning after his show, we'd already planned like we were gonna go to the donuts, and he's like, I only want them hot at the belt. And he's like, we gotta get there super early, probably gonna wake up at 4 in the morning because there's the cops get there. And he's like, we gotta get there before all the big people and the big bags. Because I have to have them hot up the belt. And I was like, okay, like we'll like it's fine, we'll go really early. And I like opened my eyes at like 4:15 in the morning and I could feel I woke up because I could feel his breath on me. And he had his hood over and he was just staring. He wasn't even joking around. He was not fucking around. He was not trying to be funny. But he woke me up like that close to my face and he's like, are you gonna get up? We're going to get the donuts. Get up. What the hell?
That's so
It
funny.
literally was like a stalker in the night. So we get there. Of course, there's not a single other soul there, not one other person. We were the only ones there for the hot off the belt donuts. So funny.
That
Got
is
his
funny.
donuts. Yeah. They were okay, by the way. They were just mid.
Of course, because they were
Mhm.
anticipated heavily.
But so we are gonna have a schedule and a plan, people. For the 5 people that are watching, if you want to hear stuff other than just donut talk, which just really does excite both of us, unfortunately, way
It
too
does.
much.
I think Austin Espy is going to join us in the next week or two.
Okay. I hope he
Um,
understood. I felt so bad because I was like,
I
I
think
hate canceling anything, especially when we have a guest. Oh, he did. Okay,
I
good.
think he did. Because he was like slammed that day. So I think it ended up working out.
Okay.
With New Year's coming up or whatever. So plus he's an hour behind us, but he
Yeah.
does want to come on. We're going to talk about um his season. We're going to talk about what he does with peptides and what protocol looks like and morph
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And then I want to ask him questions about working with Dark because I just am nosy and just
Mhm.
curious what it's
Mhm.
like because they seem to have a
Want to
really
know?
good relationship. And yeah, I'm just
How
curious.
does Morph decide who they're? We can wait for that question though. That's one of my questions: is who does Morph decide? How do they decide who to sponsor as athletes and why?
So it depends. I handle a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Depends on the following, depends on the level of stuff, like so
Mm-hmm.
when it came to Ashley Lakamowski was our first sponsored athlete,
Mm-hmm.
and I was at a Kentucky Derby party with the owner. And um Ashley was asking me questions about hormones or something like through
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. And I showed her picture to the owner, and Ashley has like 300,000 followers. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, she's working with another clinic. I said, but I guarantee you, if you wanted to sponsor her, I could get her. And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
let's do it.
Yeah.
And then like Andrea Shaw, we got through Mitch Gilbert. So Mitch, because we sponsor Kaylee.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
and we got Kaylee kind of because of Mitch,
Hmm.
because his following, but Kaylee's the athlete. So,
Yeah.
um, and then they introduced us to Andrea, and that relationship just really worked out. We sponsored Samson Duwata for a little while. That relationship didn't work, and that's fine. Um, and then Austin, I I feel like I reached out to Austin. I
Hmm.
can't remember, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to look back at how I got him. But at first he was a limited sponsorship, but we did his blood work. And so after this last season, I pushed for him to get his full sponsorship because he's been super, super loyal to us for years. He gives me all of his clients. Um, and he trusts me and so
Hmm.
I was just like, listen, he's going to be a top Olympia classic guy. If I
Yeah.
can give him what he needs
To get him there. Yeah.
peptide wise to get him there, I was like, I'm literally taking the governor off of him.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to take credit. It's
Yeah.
Austin's work and his coach,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
with the added
Support.
benefits that I can give him, I guarantee you he can get a top Olympia
Well, I
spot.
mean, and that's what people have to understand. Like the I've always said that the Mr. Olympia or the top Olympian it's a perfect storm of all of those variables coming together. So it is the genetics, the diet, the coaching, the drug protocols. Like it has to be every single one of those have to win
Hmm.
to get it. And so that is a huge part of like winning at the top level. So
Yeah. So I
you
was
know what
like,
I
if
was
you
thinking about with Austin too is like I remember when he kind of first came on the scene before he even turned pro, like I don't know, I guess maybe like 10 you're frozen. Oh, like maybe it was 10 years ago, you think? Maybe not that long, maybe like eight
No, maybe
years
five or
ago.
six, but I don't know. We'll let him tell that story
Yeah.
too.
But I
But
was just thinking about how like in bodybuilding there's like generations and like how you're it's almost like like how we have like our schools, like our graduating clips. It's like our kind of graduating. Like I feel like his journey's kind of like paralleled mine, not in similarity, just like the
right,
time frame. You know what I
right.
mean? And even like Ashley too, thinking with her, like just kind of like watching us kind of grow and develop and change. Like it is a kind of a smaller community, and it's like interesting to be a part of this generation. Like
Hmm.
in like 15 years, like looking back, being like, okay, it's gonna be like a whole bunch of like new kids, you
Yeah,
know? Hmm.
it is. It's interesting because like when I first got into bodybuilding, like um Nicole, what's her last name?
I don't know who we're talking about.
Nicole Wilkins
Oh, okay.
was like top. You had Shanique
Yeah.
Grant top at the Olympia.
Yep.
Sid was in the mix, but she wasn't at the top yet. You had Candace Owens, who was a phenomenal figure girl. Those were who were the top competitors. Dana Lynn Bailey was still competing when I got
Yep.
into competing. And it is interesting just watching the sport grow, watching the athletes grow. And I was thinking about this last night because the figure division specifically has gotten, well, they all have gotten more and more muscular, and the muscularity is more for every single division, especially now that fit models in play. And I
Yep.
think they always are trying to do this back and forth with figure, where they push us up and they try to bring us back down, and they try to push us up and bring us back down. But the figure girls that are, there's some meaty girls.
Yeah. Well, and the young girl, like the younger, like young, like I'm talking like some of the 20-year-olds to 22-year-olds,
Really have some
and
good
like
dense
seeing them come
tissue.
up, like,
Yeah.
good Lord, it's like when did they start training when they were like 15? I just think that they're getting much better advice, whether it be like training or drug protocols or food or whatever, like much earlier on. Whereas
Yeah.
like a lot of us, when we came on the scene, like just didn't have we had access to social media 10, 15 years ago, but not like now. Not
No,
like when somebody has a huge potential, they go right to the top coaches. Most of us had to like work with like, well, I don't know. We're lucky. We had to like,
yeah, I worked with a guy that like owned my gym for a little while.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly,
That
exactly.
put
But a
me on
lot of
like
these like,
80 milligrams of Anavar a
yeah,
day.
but a lot of these like young ones, they're working with like Justin Randall and Shane Hughley and all these like top coaches like right off the gate. Like, dang, these girls are going to be like very serious.
Yeah.
very, very serious.
But
I
you
don't
kind of
want to
see that
compete against them.
generational stuff with coaches too.
Yeah.
Like, because when I first got into it, Johnny, my Johnny Castellina was a bigger name because he was coaching Shanique
Hmm.
Grant.
Hmm.
Now he doesn't coach anybody. I mean, he does,
Yeah.
but he has a very limited group of people that he
Yeah.
coaches. And he's phenomenal, but he's more
Yeah.
into the coach and building business side of things.
Yeah.
But now you have like Kyle Wilkes, who's well known, but he's under Johnny.
Johnny. Yeah.
And just like the Camp Jansen guys, like Jansen's kind of
Hmm.
allowing those younger, newer guys under him, which aren't even new
Hmm.
anymore, but they're kind of taking over the scene and making names for themselves, and they're the more well-known names in the bodybuilding community now, and it's
I
fun
wonder how
watching.
much of that is like burnout, though. Like
I can
I think
understand
it
that.
could be because I think like you get to a certain point, it's like you get to that level, and then once you're at their level, you're like you have to hold on to that, and that's like, and then you get under a lot more scrutiny too when you're at a
Yeah.
top level.
And I think too, one thing that you start seeing is coaches that were athletes are no longer athletes, because I don't think you can
Hmm.
be that good of a coach and still compete.
That's
Can I say it can't be
interesting.
done? No, it cannot. It's not that it can't be done. It certainly can. We've seen it
It's
done.
really
But
hard.
when your
It's
better
really, really
coaches
hard.
are ones that are retired.
I I I have to say that I agree with that. I Justin told me one time that his dream would be to coach athletes that he was at the Olympia with, like he competing at the Olympia and have athletes at the same Olympia. And I'm like, bro,
You know how
now
hard
come
that
on.
is? Because
That would be like impossible.
because athletes too can be very entitled, very demanding, and
Oh,
you
especially when you're going to the Olympia.
And so like coaches don't really get that time off. There have been times where I've been checking in with Johnny and he's got so and so competing in Japan at the Masters Olympia. So it's like 2 a.m., but he's still taking their check-ins because they're peaking right then.
That would be
And so
impossible. Impossible. I actually even think like competing and being like a top, like having pros and Olympians, like I just don't. That may be controversial, but I don't really think you can be your best at, but just like every other job. It's just like our jobs,
yeah,
like we're deep in a prep or, like that you can only do, there's no such thing as balance. There's
right.
just not.
Not in bodybuilding, there's not, which is
No.
exactly why I don't compete every year. I compete every other year.
Mhm.
It's the only way I can personally maintain longevity in this.
Yeah, well, longevity and also the shit's expensive.
I
Like
would
the
say in my
people
bank
that are,
account.
yeah, like the people that are, I don't even know how the hell they're, that's a whole other topic for another day, but like that shit's expensive. Doing it multiple shows every year.
Yeah, I just like some of these girls doing like six to like I think somebody had done 11 shows. Was it Adela? Some figure girl had done like 11
Yeah.
shows this year.
Yeah.
11. That's like a
Yeah.
show a month.
I'm like, who's paying for that? Not to mention your body, like what you're putting your body through. It's
Mm-mm.
crazy.
Mm-mm.
I know.
I need donuts every
Somebody's
now and
spending
then, you know.
every now and then. My double doozers.
I do love me some double doozies,
Gotta
I
have a
tell you.
double doozies. I'm gonna have to go home and take my tirzepatide or I'm gonna be eating double doozers. Jesus.
One won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Four will.
Yeah, right. I don't care as long as it goes to my ass, but my ass won't grow anymore. So now it just goes to my gut. Like that's not cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if I'm gonna be thick, let it be in my thighs, please.
Yeah. I understand what you mean. Like that's where I used
No,
to hold my fat,
seriously.
and now it's like in my midsection.
I literally wouldn't care if it went to my ass. Like, please put 10 pounds of fat on my ass. I don't care. Like, and that's when I bulked like 4 or 5 years ago, my legs and butt. I ripped a pair of jean shorts in the middle seam once, and I was like, I have arrived. Like,
I've
I'm
made it,
like,
Ma.
yeah, no, I literally was like, somebody take a picture of this before I change my shorts because I want to document this moment. And now I'm like, what the hell? Now my bottoms stay the same, and my waist will just keep going and getting wider.
So
So,
I have a funny, unrelated story, but what you said made me think of it. I've had a lot of really embarrassing moments of my life, okay? And
kidding.
I had a roommate in college and our dogs would like mess with each other's stuff. So her dog would crap on my bed
Nice.
and would eat the crotch out of my clothes.
Yeah.
My dog would pee on her laundry. Okay. So we had finally figured all that out. But I go to the gym one day and I usually wear underwear, but for that day I wasn't. And I just was doing
Oh God,
cardio. So I go get in my elliptical and I'm like,
greasy.
a little rubby down there, but I'm like, oh, whatever. That's probably because I'm not wearing underwear,
Yeah.
So I'm doing my cardio and I go sit up front Indian style in the front lobby, waiting on somebody to walk in. I'm facing the front door. Well, I feel a draft. The entire crotch, this big, was
Oh
missing out of my
yeah.
pants. I'm just like, sunshine in the whole entrance.
It's a free show for all, the
I
whole world.
immediately like closed my legs. I got up, ran out, called my friend. I was like, I can't meet you. I'll talk to you later. I gotta go. Out like literally just like sunshine and
Oh my
daisies, just
God.
flashing the
The
whole
whole
gym.
world just giving
I
everyone a
was
show.
mortified.
Yeah.
Mortified. I don't know if anybody actually noticed.
They
If
probably
they
thought you were
did, they weren't kind
crazy.
enough to tell me.
They probably thought you're a freaking crazy person, like coming, you're showing your badge to the world.
Yeah, I was like, oh
A
my gosh, so
psychopath.
embarrassing. And then the other, like, probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, and just because I was so young, right? And I was not like, I was a weird kid. I
Yeah.
truly am on the autism spectrum. So I like never got along, like I never understood people my age. So I was always overly mature for a kid because I just didn't think that
Yeah.
way. And so I'm wearing like a long skirt to class. I'm in fifth grade. I'm wearing a long black skirt that's slit up the sides, and I'm wearing pantyhose.
Oh,
I had on pantyhose. Well, I slipped my foot in the basket on the desk in front of me so I could prop my foot
uh-huh.
up. Well, my foot swole while it got in there and it got stuck.
Oh my God. What
The
the hell?
teachers all got around my desk after class. They're trying to pull my foot out between the bars, which is now like swollen around my
How
ankle.
old were you?
Fifth grade.
Oh my God.
One of them is pushing my foot with a broom handle. They like lube up my pantyhose. They ended up having to get metal wire cutters to cut the bar to get my foot out.
Oh my God.
I was known as
I
the
would,
girl that got her foot stuck in the desk for like 10 years.
did you go back to school? I would have, I couldn't have gone back to school after that.
I was mortified.
Just, no. Mm-mm.
That's just one of the many embarrassing moments of my life. I've had a lot of those things happen.
When you had to get your leg lubed up to get it out of the hole,
It didn't even work either, and it ruined my pantyhose.
they still had to take the fucking
They still
mask
had to
off.
cut me out.
Oh, jeez.
But like, why was I wearing pantyhose in fifth grade?
I don't,
Like
I
I
feel like
just
we all did. So we
I just wanted
made,
to be an adult so bad, I guess. I don't know. Take me
we all
back
had
now.
some questionable fashion choices, you know? Like I definitely envied the girls that like just had natural style because I knew I didn't have it even when I wanted to. Yeah.
No, I didn't. And like my teachers used to like get on to me all the time too because I naturally had big boobs before I got
Mhm.
really lean. Like so in fifth grade, I had like a C cup. And I would wear stuff that would show them off because
Uh-huh.
I was 12 with big boobs. And my teachers would be like, Heather, you need to cover up. Like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, my mom lets me out of the house like this. What do you care? You know?
Yeah, your boobs out and your black satin shirt. I mean skirt.
So weird. And then I went through a phase where I was like obsessed with dragons. So I was wearing like t-shirts with like dragons on them. I don't know.
Oh
It's
God.
such a, I know. It was such a nerd. And I'm like president of the science club.
Thank
Like,
God you made it here though. So
God bless. I was such a nerd.
did you have a grunge moment? I had a grunge. This might have been, see, I'm a little bit older than you, but I did the whole like chain thing with,
I never did that.
yeah, a chain. I did. I don't, that, I mean, look at me. I don't, I'm not a chain person. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I just wanted to be cool
That was
so
probably
bad.
what I was trying to do with my dragons because it was like those t-shirts or like the baseball tees, where the sleeves are like black, but the shirt's gray.
Yeah.
It's got this like, and like the baggy pants or whatever. But I don't know
Yeah.
that I ever had like chains, but it was probably like who I was dating at the time too. Because, I was a 12-year-old with C-cup boobs. Like I always had a
Yeah.
boyfriend. Even though I was a nerd, but I had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Um,
No, naturally. That's I think that's just was like the tide, like everybody was listening to Nirvana, so you had to like have a chain and
that's
shop at
funny.
thrift stores. Good, shop at Goodwill,
Yeah.
even though I was like, I don't like any of this, but
That's so
just
funny. Like
wanted
I
to be
look back
relevant.
now and I'm just like, God bless. I don't think I knew who I was. Like I was constantly trying to I just didn't let myself be. me,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I do now. And so I'm like, I probably would have been a lot cooler if I had just
Yeah.
not cared.
I definitely was the same way, exact same way. But I do admire Violet, my 13-year-old, because she's so self-assured and like has such always, even when she was like 7 or 8, can put like an outfit together, like very cute. And I'm like, how the hell does she like thank God she didn't get like my and she's very like assured of herself now,
Hmm.
like confident in her own style, like doesn't try to be anybody else or fit in. And I'm like, God. I wish I could have been like that. I was just, I don't know. We
Yeah,
was
I
growing up in
definitely was
Ohio,
not. Yeah.
and my mom had no style. I think I don't know. I'm not crediting my style to Violet, but I do feel like my mom just, still to this day, like,
I got another story, and then we
yeah.
probably should end it because it's
Did
been
you
an hour and
steal
a
your
half.
mom? Did you
No,
steal some of your mom's clothes?
no,
Oh,
but one day I wore a skirt to school, but it was one of those that had like 10 buttons on the inside. You had to
yeah,
unbutton like 10 buttons, and it was a jean skirt.
yeah,
And we were in gym class, and I had to pee so bad. And I'm like running into the stall, trying to unbutton all 10 freaking buttons, and I
yep.
peed
You
all
paced
over
yourself.
myself. And my gym teacher was like, she's she was lesbian, not that that matters, but she had like she wore like she dressed more masculine, right? So I come out in like knee-length basketball shorts and a like oversized t-shirt to my last class, and everybody thought that I had just like started my period, and I was like, well, that's
Oh
less
God,
embarrassing than you
and then
thinking I
pissing
peed
on yourself.
myself. So like when I my mom picked me up, she was like, what? And I was like, I peed on myself in class.
You are a glutton for punishment, dude.
Yeah, I think that's why now I just don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
It
That's
just
true.
doesn't matter. Like I've
It
I've
does
been
build
embarrassed.
character.
Like it doesn't phase me now. Like you could act like a complete fool and I'd probably just laugh. Um, like my sister fell at the mall in front of like some kids her age, and it's like she was crying. She was so embarrassed. So
Yeah,
I waited till like a group of guys my age came, and I just like flayed out on the floor,
yeah,
acted like
yeah,
I busted it because I just don't like whatever.
yeah.
But it
It
made her
does
feel
build
better.
character. It does build character. And that's you don't like I think that's true. Like I don't get embarrassed at all now. Like it could be but I was pregnant in ninth grade. So I feel like once if you don't get any more embarrassed than walking around high school pregnant. Like once you've done that, like like
Yeah,
you
that
said,
does
like and
build
that
a
not
heck
one
of a lot of
fucking
character.
thing is gonna bother me.
My
So
dad also got a lot of joy out of embarrassing us as children. Like he thinks it's hilarious. And like he couldn't do a lot of the things that
it
he
is
does
funny to
now
embarrass
because
your kid.
the society is so sensitive with
Yeah.
things. But like if you're in a grocery store, he'll walk like ahead of you and he'll look down the aisle and you'll hey. And then you're coming behind him, so you stop and stare at what he's yelling hey at, and that person he just yelled at staring at you, thinking you yelled, so you're just like staring at each other awkwardly, and he just thinks that's so funny, you know,
That's
stuff
such a
like that.
dad. That's such a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun to embarrass your kids, though. I'm not even gonna lie. I did get
Because they
enjoyment out of
care so
that
much, and
occasionally.
it's not a
Yeah,
big deal. It's like you will
exactly.
survive this, but you just don't
Yeah,
think you will
they
in
don't,
that
and it's
moment.
like the stupidest shit that would embarrass them. Like when I dropped them off at school, if like rolled down the window, if I said anything out the window while they were walking away, like that would be like they would be like seriously pissed at me.
That's so funny.
Hmm. All right,
Okay.
girly, I better get home and so actually finish unpacking my house.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Let's figure out a day for me to come down or up there, and then
Okay.
I'll let you know what Austin says, and we'll follow up with the other people that we talked to.
Yeah, I do. I want to put it on my schedule so that way I can take like a whole week, make sure I have like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday off at least.
Sounds good.
All right, honey. Have a great rest of your day. I'm
You
glad you're
too.
feeling better.
Yeah, me too.
We all can't wait for the great reveal.
I know. I'm gonna do a photo shoot. Like I'm calling it my new boob goofing photo shoot.
It's gonna be like, first of all, make sure you wear a long satin skirt,
Right.
pantyhose
I should reenact every embarrassing moment of my life.
in the photo shoot.
Oh God.
Like pissed on jean shorts,
Oh God, yeah.
your leg in a
It
death
would break the
pool.
internet.
It might.
Yeah.
It's very creative.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop
All right,
recording.
bye, hon.